Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel today for another video. In this one today, we're going to be talking about the dumpster fire that has been coming out over the past few weeks, aka the show, the Crunchyroll original, called X-Arm. If you don't know what that is, it's, again, a Crunchyroll original that's been coming out this season along with some other really great anime, and it might be the biggest waste of time I've ever experienced in my life. But before we jump into that and talk about what X-Arm is and all of that kind of stuff, I do just have to say, like I do in every single one of my videos, look, 95% of the people who watch my videos aren't even subscribed to my channel. That's a really high percentage. I know I'm a smaller channel, my videos don't get tons of views and stuff, but that's still a really insane percentage. So if you guys could just do me a favor, if you enjoy the content, scroll down, turn that red button gray, hit the subscribe button. It'd really help me out and I'd really appreciate it. And I would end up having to say this speech less, which would be nice for both of us, I assume. As well as all the videos and everything like that that I'm going to be referencing in this video will be linked down below if you're interested in looking at them for yourself, though I don't imagine many of you will be. As well as everything in this video is purely my opinion. If for some odd reason you disagree with me in this case, feel free to comment about it and we can talk and stuff, but I have a sneaking suspicion that you won't disagree with me too much on this one. So now let's jump into it. What is X-Arm? Why are people talking about it? Everybody's saying it's bad. How bad can it really be? I'm not gonna beat around the bush, guys. I'm gonna keep it 100% honest with you. I watched the first episode of the show and that might have been the most amount of time I've wasted in my life on anything. I mean, there was absolutely zero return for that amount of time that I invested into the show. Those 20 minutes are gone for my lifespan and I will never ever get them back. And not a single moment of those 20 minutes was enjoyed by me. If that doesn't put into perspective how awful this show is, I don't really know what will. And I want you to also know, this was not an unexpected thing. This trailer, X-Arm, a Crunchyroll original, the official trailer, came out before the show came out, obviously. Let's just roll through some of this and talk about what X-Arm is. So X-Arm is supposed to be a futuristic sci-fi show with some fighting and stuff. But as you can see here, man, this is just... So the whole show is basically filled with this absolutely obnoxious, terrible looking CGI. Probably the worst CGI I've ever seen. I really can't imagine anything worse than this. And I watched the 2017 Berserk anime. Let that be known. This is just next level awful. Like the poses, the fluidity, just everything about it is bad. Just wait till we get further down the line. There's some things going on in this show and with some characters that are really bad. I'll give you guys some examples as we go on. I mean, look, so far, like this scene, that doesn't look awful, but then we get this. Yeah, now you can see why people are hating on it as much as they are. Because look, if this anime came out, had no promotion or anything like that, and was that shitty, let's be real, as anime fans, we probably would do what we tend to do with shitty shows, and either A, laugh at it and somehow enjoy it, or B, just really not talk about it. But then at the end of the trailer, for what a lot of people were watching the trailer, because I mean, you saw that CG and stuff, right? Like, it was pretty bad, so people were memeing on it. And then right at the end of the trailer, they decided to throw this in there, where it says, declaring war against all of the sci-fi series around the world. TV anime begins broadcast January 2021. So as I said, this has been coming out for a while now. It's got a decent amount of episodes, but let me tell you guys, this was a statement and a half. Like, if I've seen some bold things in my life, I've seen people do things, people say things, but man, this gotta be one of the boldest things I've ever seen in my life, because there is absolutely no way somebody watched that show and said, yeah, this is a good idea. Like, I'm talking, there is no way in hell that happened. This had to have been two separate people who did not know about what each other was doing and made this trailer. Because after seeing that trailer, there's absolutely no way in hell anybody gave the green light to say, you can declare war on all the other sci-fi series out there. Because, oh my god, it is bad. And it doesn't end there. That was just like a 1 minute long trailer. Oh, no. It gets better. Here's just a little video from here. We can look at this one while I talk about this too. So obviously when the series came out, and when that trailer especially came out, people started clowning on the show pretty hard, because you can clearly tell this is not going to be a good show in any way, shape, or form. I mean, just look at that design, man. It's really something, ain't it? Regardless though, everybody pretty much knew this was gonna be real shitty, so at the very least they got some free marketing because a lot of people watched. I'm gonna unmute this. I don't know how loud it will be for you guys. I'll make sure it's a good balance, but if you listen close closely here, you will be able to tell that even just the words and these characters' lips absolutely just do not match up in any way, shape, or form. I mean, like, at all. Just in the expressions. I mean, you could tell why everybody started memeing this pretty hard, I'm assuming, and why there's been a ton of videos about this on YouTube. So why am I making mine now? Well, like I said, unfortunately for me, after watching these trailers and a lot of the YouTube videos, my incredibly ignorant mind decided to itself, you know what would be a good idea? Let's just watch the first episode. How bad can it really be? Oh my god, let me tell you, this was the worst thing I've ever experienced as an anime fan. And it started right away, because look, you could tell the trailer, you know, it's not going to be good, and I knew that going in, as much as I didn't want to admit it, so I didn't waste my time. But let me show you the episode here on Crunchyroll. We're not even 3 minutes in, let this be known. Again, not 3 minutes. I'm going to mute this so I don't get in any copyright trouble. We already have scenes like this. Okay, and then this happens. Okay, awful CG here, really, just awful, right? But then it gets worse. Why is he not CG like he is? It's like two different universes coming together. Have you guys ever seen that episode of like the Fairy Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron, where they like both went into each other's worlds and their art styles like changed and looked different and shit? Like, that's what this is almost. Like, this guy looks like he could be in a regular anime, and this is just the absolute worst CG character I've ever seen in my life. Like, this has got to be the absolute lowest of the low anime. I've been sitting here for hours upon end, days upon days, thinking about if there was anything that I have watched in my life that is worse than this, and the answer is honestly no. Because at the very least, with some other shows out there, even how bad they are, there's always, like I said, that part of me as an anime fan where I watch something that's like absolute garbage trash, like dog shit tier shows, and I will still find some form of enjoyment in there, because at the very least, maybe the voice acting's pretty good, or there's good music, or even just there's good memes about the show. Or like some shows, I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head, but there's an old school show out there where the English dub was so bad that they just decided to say fuck it and throw everything out the window and come up with like the craziest stupid like stuff like that. So yes, the show was bad, but at least it was funny and entertaining. X-Arm tries to be super serious in a really good sci-fi show, and then has this. I mean, just what is that, man? Like, it's literally two different worlds just pushed together. This is the definition of somebody said make a show, like a rich billionaire said make me an anime, and they were like, well, okay, well, what's the plot, what's your ideas? And he said, just make me one. And like, this is what they came up with, just this absolute garbage truck of a television show. And don't get it twisted, there's 6 episodes, it's a full run series. It's also rated at 1.5 stars. That's probably as low as I've ever seen anything on Crunchyroll in my life, and I've watched a good amount of anime in my life, and that's the lowest I've ever seen, because it literally, there are no redeeming qualities about it. The only redeeming quality for me is that I'm able to make this video about it now. That's about it. Other than that, I literally watched this entire first episode, all 23 minutes and 40 seconds of it, and every single waking moment of that experience was unenjoyable, and I will never get that time back, and I am very disappointed that I spent my time doing that. If only I could go back. Honestly, I still think my dumbass self would still end up watching the show. I was gonna say I wish I could go back and tell myself not to, but let's be real, I'm a dumbass. I still would have watched it and wanted to rip my eyes out at 3 minutes in already, but that's neither here nor there. I just kind of wanted to talk about it today, why it's been going around YouTube so much, why you've probably seen tons of memes about it. It's really bad, guys. I'm gonna keep it real. Please, 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 God, don't waste a moment of your life watching this show. I am begging you. It's just not good. There's no enjoyment factor that I've ever seen. And it claimed to be the best too. It declared war on everybody else, and it ended up being that bad. That's just crazy. Like I said, that's gotta be the boldest thing I've ever seen in my life. That somebody, I just can't imagine a world where somebody actually watched this and was able to say that and like be okay with saying that. I mean, good for them. It gave them a ton of free publicity. There's tons of YouTube videos about the show. There's tons of people talking about the show. A lot of memes about it. I guess all press is good press, as they say. I don't know. That's the only bright side of this that I can find. Either way though, guys, that is going to be the end of the video. If you did like it, please go ahead and leave a like. If you are new around here, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for when I post more videos just like this. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later. And I post new videos videos every single day, so you're bound to find one that you enjoy at some point. In fact, go watch my video from yesterday. It's my top 100 anime openings of all time. Took a long time to make, and it was a pain in the butt to actually get cleared on YouTube because it got blocked a bunch, etc, etc. But go give that a watch. I think it's a really good video. Either way though, guys, I thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.